Let's talk about the crime that's going on in the world. The crime is at an all-time high. We're in a different generation, but I feel like the world been violent before I was even here. So before my mother and father was here. You get what I'm saying? So the world been violent for a very, very long time. Remember that song by Sam Cooke, To Make a Change? Long time coming. That song been made like I think the 60s. And it still don't add up to the violence. They don't want this world peaceful. All the violence is at an all-time high. Especially this generation, even my generation, but I'm still part of this generation because I'm not that old. I'm in my 30s. So it's been violent for 30 years, 40 years. You never had a long term of peace. Serious, they know that. But yeah, but still, back in the day, it still was fighting. But now there's no fighting, they just shooting you. But it was fighting back in the day. And if you do have fighting to this day, it's still going to end up with weapons involved. See, back in the day, when people would kill you, they killed you for a purpose. Or even if you got beat down with weapons, but you still survive the weapons. Talking about chains, bats, and that nature. So this world always been violent. So people talking about, oh, the crime rate high. The crime rate always been high. Even when the gun violence wasn't that bad. But it still was violent. But the gun violence in this generation is very bad. They shooting you just for clout. They want that body. Especially the young generation, especially the youngins. You get what I'm saying? Especially the youngins. They kill you just for clout so they think that's a reward when they kill somebody. This is outrageous. I just hope I would never have to kill somebody. But if I have to, I gotta do what I have to do to protect myself. And I hope I can get away with it. But they still would try to make me do jail time on self-defense. But it's just wicked out here. You get what I'm saying? Like, these young boys don't even want knowledge from older people that's older than them. And not even talking about much older, but just older than them. They look at it like, oh, you old. We telling you something so you could avoid them issues. But you don't care because you feel like you want to find your way out. But you really find your way either to the jail cell or the graveyard. And most of the time, it ain't going to be the graveyard. It be the ashes. Because graveyard is expensive, especially the people that's broke. So they pay you right in the ashes, dust to dust. So that's what people living on. That's their judgment. The graveyard, ashes, or the jail cell. Especially the youngins. That's why I stay away from the young generation. I don't mind being cool with the young generation, but I'd rather stay away because if they don't care about me, why should I care about them? Because they'll clip me in 2.2 seconds. So I got to keep the same energy as them. 2.2 seconds towards them. And then once they pass or they go on to the afterlife, then their parents crying, talking about the baby, my baby. Your baby was moving like a terrorist. He wasn't your baby. He was your baby because you birthed him, but he was moving like a terrorist. So what y'all got to say about that? If he's moving like a terrorist. So he's moving like a terrorist, killing everybody, and might not get caught, but still catching more bodies. And then when he get caught, he ain't built when he get in the prison system. Because you ain't got no weapons. Only weapons you got is to make a weapon. And that's what they call a shank. And once they see that you ain't about that, them dudes in prison is going to make you they little soft, petty putty. They teddy bear. And to see how you keep that same energy like you was running around the streets. But that's how it is in this generation. There's violence at an all-time high. It's wicked out here. And I just got to speak about it. I'm going to speak about different topics, but I'm speaking about this at this moment. This for the people to hear me.